the handshake at the beginning. What do you make of that?
In every sense of this phrase, that was Harris very much getting on the front foot and trying to invade Trump's territory. He's not a hugely effusive shaker of hands in any situation. And although it could be conveyed as something positive from Harris, really, it was the first step in hostilities. They weren't totally calm all the time. And indeed, rather than being a restrained, rather one-paced prosecution lawyer, she did indeed try to bait him and get under his skin. The first 10 or 15 minutes, both sides were pretty statesmanlike, and Donald Trump was more restrained and controlled than I've ever seen him before under pressure. But then the big moment came when Kamala Harris clearly decided to do the big scripted thermonuclear attack, which is, I want to invite everybody to go to one of Donald Trump's rallies. You'll hear him talking about crazy stuff, and you'll see people leaving early.
And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
And that stopped him being in control, and you could see the furious monster was about to leap out of his chest. And for the first 10 or 15 minutes, he did an amazing job of taking back control. He wouldn't look Harris in the eye. He looked straight ahead. He seemed to be controlling his emotions, whereas in fact, Harris could be really quite infuriating for a viewer at home, because with her face taking up half of my TV screen, the constant gurning and rolling of eyes and smirking and grinning and twitching was really rather annoying.
For the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
And both of them together have got similar but different annoying traits, and that's their voices. Donald Trump always sounds like a grinding chainsaw going downwards, downwards, downwards. Whereas unfortunately for Harris, she, when she gets excited, gets up and further higher in her tone, and then gets higher, and then gets as high as she possibly can to show how intensely committed she is, and she can't get any higher. And by that time, it's starting to crack the windows in my apartment. And so both of them have quite grating voices, and to hear them coming out from both sides of your TV screen wasn't necessarily a totally enjoyable experience for the whole of the 2 hours.